I'm here with Mark Haisma, who's been making wine in Burgundy for the last 15 years. Mark, you've got quite a large portfolio both in the Cote and the Cote and you'll be bottling your 2022 wines this March. What's the quality looking like?
Really pleased with 22. I think we've got a super elegant, refined vintage coming. In contradiction, I think, to what a lot of people were believing was going to come when we had those very hot conditions through the year. But with some very good management of the groundwork and the canopy, I think we've made a vintage of great refinement, great elegance, and some very beautiful wines.
And what are the acidity and alcohol levels like in both the reds and the whites?
Yeah, I think the acidities are good. The pHs have popped up a little bit, but the alcohol levels have remained reasonably low, considering, again, that very hot year. And I think that's more due to the vines not continuing their sugar production through the year due to a little bit of hydric stress, stopping the vines from their continuous sugar production.
And across the board in Burgundy, what are the quantities like? And do you think this will affect prices?
Yeah, we've seen a great vintage in 22, volume-wise. We see a big volume in 23 also. However, following on from 21, I really think prices won't shift much. There'll be a steady pricing through the 22s. For the moment, Burgundy needs 2-3 full vintages before we see prices come back. But stability at least is something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. And last question for you. If we're comparing 2020, 2021, and 2022, they've all got very different characters and wines. What is your personal favorite?
It's who's my favorite child at the moment? It changes every week, but let's say 20 I've really enjoyed. I think there's an ampleness and a fullness that I see also in 22, but with a little more refinement and a little more fresh acidities in 22. 21, of course, I think is a beautifully classic vintage. If you're going to put me on the spot and make me choose one, I'm very much for the elegance and purity of 21.
Great, thank you.
Pleasure.